Welcome, my friend.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. And if you're not, I hope this video makes it better. In episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Anakin is defeated by his master Obi-Wan Kenobi due to lack of high ground and the arrogant belief that he can outmaneuver his former master. The rest is history. So we're going to explore the scenario on what if Anakin killed Obi-Wan on Mustafar.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
Don't try it!
Excellent work, my apprentice. There are none left to oppose us. The galaxy is ours now. Your new weapon, Darth Vader.
No, the galaxy belongs to me.
Anakin stood over the fallen emperor, his mind consumed by thoughts of power and control. With a newfound determination, he decided to reshape the galaxy in his own image. He would rush back to Padme's ship when 3PO told him that he and R2 brought Padme back onto the ship. He set a course for Coruscant. Upon reaching Coruscant, Anakin brought Padme to the Imperial Medical Facility. The skilled medical droids attended to her, ensuring a safe and successful delivery. To his surprise and relief, Padme survived the childbirth, and the twins, Luke and Leia, were born healthy. Anakin watched over Padme and their children. With the newfound stability of the galaxy, he turned his attention to the Senate. Standing before the gathered senators, he declared himself emperor and promised them that the empire would flourish under his rule. The Senate, still reeling from the recent events, accepted Anakin's rule. The galaxy began to fall in line under the banner of the Galactic Empire. Anakin's charismatic speeches and promises of order and prosperity swayed many to his cause. Over the next 2 decades, Anakin established his control across the galaxy. He ruthlessly hunted down any remaining Jedi, using his intimate knowledge of the Force to track and eliminate them. The Jedi Order was reduced to mere whispers in the shadows. Emperor Anakin, with Padme by his side, ruled from the new Imperial Palace on Coruscant. The twins, Luke and Leia, were trained in the dark side of the Force from a young age. Anakin sought to mold them into powerful Sith Lords to ensure the longevity of his rule. As Luke and Leia grew, Anakin's grip on the galaxy tightened. The clone army became a formidable force, and dissent was swiftly crushed. An air of fear and submission spread throughout the galaxy. Even in the midst of a seemingly unchallenged rule, a flicker of doubt lingered within Anakin. The memories of his former life haunted him, a distant echo of the man he once was. As he gazed out over the Imperial City, he couldn't shake the feeling that the galaxy paid a heavy price for his ascent to power. Padme Amidala, once a fervent advocate for peace and diplomacy, stood by Anakin's side as Empress of the Galactic Empire. In the grand halls of the Imperial Palace, Padme played the role of a supportive consort. She attended state functions and meetings, radiating an air of regal elegance. The citizens of the galaxy admired the power couple, blissfully unaware of the shadow that loomed over their once democratic society. Anakin raised Luke and Leia in the ways of the Sith, blending the teachings of the dark side with the knowledge of the Force. The twins, fueled by the combination of their father's innate strength and their mother's political acumen, quickly became formidable practitioners of the dark side. Padme, despite her past as an advocate for democracy, believed in the stability that the Empire brought to the galaxy. She saw Anakin's role as a necessary force to end the chaos that plagued the Republic in its final days. Her transformation into a loyal supporter of the Empire was complete. As the Empire expanded its reach, dissenting voices emerged among the remnants of the Old Republic. Some planets resisted the Imperial grip, clinging to the memory of the time when the Jedi defended the weak and the Senate stood as a symbol of democratic ideals. Anakin, fueled by his desire for absolute control, dispatched Imperial forces to quell these uprisings. The might of the Imperial army, enhanced by the technological advancements of the dark side, crushed opposition with ruthless efficiency. An era of fear settled upon the galaxy as worlds were subjugated and resistance quashed. Padme played a crucial role in managing the political landscape, stifling murmurs of rebellion within the Imperial Senate. She used her charisma to placate senators, assuring them that the Empire was the only path to true order. The Imperial city on Coruscant became a symbol of prosperity and control, yet beneath the surface, a growing discontent festered. Some citizens whispered of the disappeared Jedi and the heavy-handed tactics of the Imperial military. However, the oppressive atmosphere suppressed any open dissent. As the years passed, Anakin faced a constant internal struggle. In moments of solitude, he questioned the price he paid for power. However, the dark side's grip on him remained firm, compelling him to press forward in his pursuit of absolute dominion. The twins, Luke and Leia, grew stronger in the ways of the dark side. Trained as instruments of their father's will, they became enforcers of Imperial justice. In the quiet corridors of the Imperial Palace, Anakin Skywalker, now Emperor of the Galactic Empire, found himself haunted by the ghosts of his past. Restless and tormented, he sought solace in the grand chamber that overlooked the spiraling cityscape of Coruscant. The shimmering lights of the Imperial city reflected the magnitude of his rule, but a heaviness weighed on his heart. As Anakin stood alone, a faint voice echoed in the chamber.
You're on the wrong path, young Skywalker.
He turned to find the Force ghost of Qui-Gon Jinn standing before him, his former mentor and the Jedi Master who had discovered him on Tatooine.
Master Qui-Gon?
Anakin whispered, his voice laced with a mix of surprise and trepidation. The ghostly figure regarded him with a stern yet compassionate gaze.
Anakin, the choices you have made have led you down a dark path. The galaxy suffers under the weight of your empire. You were meant to bring balance to the Force, not to dominate it.
Anakin's eyes flickered with a mixture of anger and confusion.
Balance? The Jedi failed to bring balance. They were weak, and their ideals crumbled. The Empire brings order and stability.
Qui-Gon's voice remained calm.
True balance comes from within, Anakin. The dark side is a seductive illusion. It promises power, but at what cost? You've lost sight of your true self, and the galaxy is paying the price.
Anakin clenched his fist, the conflict within him intensifying.
The Jedi denied me the power to save Padme. The dark side gave me the strength to keep her alive. I will not be lectured by the likes of you.
Anakin, the power you seek to control is consuming you. Padme may live, but at what cost? The love you share should not be founded on fear and control. There is still a chance to turn away from the darkness.
Anakin, torn between the shadows and the flicker of his former self, felt a surge of emotion. Qui-Gon's form wavered, a touch of sadness in his eyes. As the ghost of Qui-Gon Jinn dissipated, leaving Anakin alone in the dimly lit chamber, the weight of his choices pressed upon him. The echoes of the conversation lingered, planting seeds of doubt in the mind of the once promising Jedi who had fallen so far. Anakin stood in the quiet chamber, his conflicted thoughts swirling like a storm within him. The encounter with Qui-Gon Jinn had stirred emotions he had long buried beneath the veneer of the dark side. Padme entered the chamber, her eyes filled with concern.
Is everything okay, Annie?
Anakin hesitated, grappling with the turmoil in his soul.
Qui-Gon was here. He warned me about the path I'm on.
Padme's gaze softened as she approached.
Anakin, we have power, control, and stability. The galaxy needs a strong leader. We've brought order to chaos. What is there to doubt? We've faced challenges together and triumphed. The galaxy needs your strength, Anakin. You are the Emperor, and our family is a beacon of power and influence.
Anakin nodded, torn between the vision of stability he had crafted and the haunting whispers of the light side. In the Senate chambers, discontent murmurs grew louder, echoing the sentiments of a galaxy oppressed. Some senators began to question the iron fist rule of the Empire, planting seeds of rebellion. An underground movement fueled by the ideals of the Old Republic began to take shape. Driven by a desire to eliminate any threats to his rule, Anakin dispatched Luke and Leia to the far reaches of the galaxy, their mission to track down and eradicate any Jedi who may have survived the initial purge. Anakin believed that eliminating the last traces of the Jedi Order would solidify his grip on the galaxy. Luke and Leia, now fully immersed in the ways of the dark side, embarked on their quest with ruthless determination. The galaxy trembled at their approach, and the tales of their merciless pursuit of Jedi survivors spread fear among those who dared to defy the Empire. As the twins ventured into the unknown, they encountered pockets of resistance, rebel cells, fueled by the memory of the Jedi, and the ideals of the Old Republic began to organize against the oppressive rule of the Empire. The whispers of dissent grew louder, reaching the ears of the Imperial leadership. Back on Coruscant, the Senate became a mere facade, a puppet council that carried out Anakin's will without question. The once independent voices were silenced, and the galaxy's inhabitants lived in a state of fearful obedience. Yet, within the shadows, the Rebel Alliance secretly took shape, composed of individuals from all walks of life, who yearned for the return of justice and freedom. Anakin, aware of the growing rebellion, sought to crush it before it gained momentum. He tightened security measures, expanded the Imperial clone army, and increased surveillance across the galaxy. His vision of order and stability was being challenged, and he would not allow any dissent to threaten the empire he had built. The rebellion, still in its early stages, faced the full might of the Imperial war machine. The whispers of dissent have coalesced into a formidable force, and the Rebel Alliance, now a loosely connected network of cells, waged a guerrilla war against the Empire. Anakin sought to crush the rebellion decisively. The Death Star, a moon-sized space station armed with a planet-destroying super laser, loomed ominously in the galaxy. Fear of its destructive power spread like wildfire among the rebel ranks, and the mere mention of its name sent shivers down the spines of those dared to resist. Anakin, aware of the psychological impact the Death Star had on the rebellion, used it strategically. Imperial commanders boasted about the station's capabilities, broadcasting chilling messages across the HoloNet. The Death Star became a symbol of the Empire's absolute power, striking fear into the hearts of the rebel forces. The rebellion, ill-equipped to face the sheer might of the Imperial fleet, suffered significant losses. ISB had infiltrated the rebel cells, leading to devastating ambushes and betrayals. The Death Star, under the command of Grand Moff Tarkin and Orson Krennic, targeted key rebel strongholds, annihilating them with ruthless precision. Luke and Leia, hardened by their experiences and molded into instruments of Imperial authority, led the charge against the rebellion. The once noble ideals of justice and freedom were twisted into tools of oppression. Anakin, though conflicted, viewed the Death Star as a necessary evil to maintain control and crush dissent. Padme, observing the devastation wrought by the Empire, questioned the path they had chosen. She found herself torn between her loyalty to Anakin and the realization that the Empire's methods were causing untold suffering. The conflict within her mirrored the growing unrest within the galaxy. Yet, amidst the grandeur of his empire, Anakin's internal conflict persisted. He knew the traditions of the dark side all too well, the thirst for power and the inherent betrayal that accompanied it. His visions of the future were clouded, but he foresaw a moment when his own children would turn against him to claim the mantle of the Sith. In the quiet solitude of his private chambers, Anakin reflected on the choices he had made. The pursuit of power had brought order to the galaxy, but at a cost. As Anakin marveled at the empire he had built, a sudden disturbance in the Force caught his attention. Before he could react, a crimson lightsaber plunged right through his back. The room filled with the sizzle of burning flesh, and Anakin gasped in shock and pain. He turned to face his assailant and smiled. He would then fall to the ground and die on the spot. Thank you so much for watching this fanfic, everyone. So who do you think took over the throne at the end? Was it Leia? Was it Luke? Was it Padme? Or was it Darth Jar Jar? I'm leaving that open for you to discuss in the comments. I hope that you all enjoyed the video. Please leave a like on the video if you did in fact enjoy it, and if you're new, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future. Thank you again for watching, have a great day, and may the Force be with you.